Hello, I hope everyone can hear me clearly. I've just finished up the classes and did a little prep for the live and came live like I promised you. So I asked you guys to drop me purple hearts if you want me to come live and give a musicality sesh here. So please keep joining me in for this musicality sesh. I want to quickly give you a brief detail of the classes that I'm going to conduct in the coming month, which is August. So first is going to be beginner level and the intermediate level, which starts from 3rd of August. Beginner level is of 3 months, intermediate level is also of 3 months. And it happens on weekdays, Mondays and Thursdays. Whereas there's a new course that I'm starting, which is advanced level, which is again of 3 months, and it is going to be on Sundays evening. For more details, you can always find it on my post pinned up, and otherwise you can always reach me out if you have any doubts. And let's get ready for this quick music session. So this is a little tough because it's not easy to translate this the musicality in such a live online setup especially, but I'm going to try my best. So this is an attempt to break down the layers of Kehna Hi Kya of A.R. Rahman, K.S. Chitra from the movie Bombay, from 1 minute 45 seconds to 2 minute 25 seconds, and that's also the part that I attempted in my choreography. If you haven't seen it, go see it, or after seeing this live, if you go through that choreography, you'll understand how have I played with the musicality. So first, we will not be understanding the musicality. We'll go through we'll be breaking down the layers. So we need to have a good music sense of that piece first, and then we translate the musicality. So we are going to first, if you're not understanding it right now, it will start to make sense as we go through the live. So we are going to first listen to it at 64 BPM. Listen to it once. Now I know that you can't hear the music and every beat and every note and every sound so clearly through the speaker in this live setup, but trust me, I'll be saving this live and you can check it with the earphones and you'll be amazed to hear the sounds that it has, and you might not have heard it before, and you might have been focused so much on just the upper layer or the melody of it that you ignored so many layers which are going at the back. So I want you to first listen to it in 64 BPM, by which I mean let's keep it simple. Hear it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and between those 1, 2, 3, 4, fill the gap as E and A. So we are going to say 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Let's hear. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Now in this same BPM, we are going to first listen to one layer, which is tabla, which goes like 1, tak tak 2, tak tak 3, tak tak 4, tak tak. So here it plays like doom, tak tak, and the tak tak is leading the sound over here. So you hear it on 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So it's not that E does not exist. 1 E and a 2 E and a, all of the sounds, all of the counts are there, but we are only catching 1 and a, and there's no sound on E if we only talk about tabla here. So 1 and a 2 and a 3. Let's hear it. So if you can see here, I have marked, this is the line of the tabla, and which will fill in only on 1 and a, 2 and a. And a is very lightly circled with the pencil because it is leading the sound. So let's look at it visually while we hear it. One and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8 and a 1. Tak 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 tum, tak tak tum, tak tak tum. Tak tak tum, tak tak tum. Now let's move on to the second layer, which is the clap. Now the clap is simple, but you'll be amazed to know that it is a little different from what you might think. So right now you're hearing the claps on 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. But if you hear it clearly, there are 2 claps every alternating. So it's going 1, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Hear it. And it's not coming on a, it's after a. So it's 1 E and a clap clap. So it's after a and on 2. After a and on 3. Hear it once. So it's alternating with 1 clap, then 2. 1, then 2. So that's why, because it is not falling on a, it is falling right on the line. So after a and before 2 and on 2. So that's why 1 clap, then 2 claps. 1 clap, 1 on the line, and again clap. 1 clap, 2 claps, 1 clap, 2 claps. Let's hear it while we see it. Clap, 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 clap. Alright, now we are going to move on to the ghungru. I heard it as ghungru, it's actually the shaker which is playing on. So that's the third layer we are moving on to, and it's going to come on 4E and it comes on and after every fourth count, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and. So it sustains on and. So when I do this, try and hear that ghungru sound or that shaker sound. And if you're not able to listen it here with my speaker being played after the live, do hear it on earphones and you'll have a different experience.
अब क्या करे क्या नाम ले कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
Now, here's the twist. It's always like one sound which sustains, but it goes one for first count, one for second time, one for third time, one for fourth time, but for the fifth time, it breaks. It goes chin, chin. So the shaker is going and then breaking and then going again. So here I'll give you the counts. So every time you hear that sound, the fifth time that you hear it, you'll hear it breaking. Okay.
क्या नाम ले कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
I hope you heard it. If not, this is a very nice element. Hear it on the earphones. Okay, and it continues like that. So for that again, on 4E and on and I have used these arrows because it's sustaining the sound, the shaker, and only on the fifth time. So it goes for once, second time, third time, fourth time, and on fifth 4E and it goes twice. So I have given 2 arrows to show the break. Now we are going to change the way we were listening to it. So the rhythm goes from 1, 2, 3, 4 to
ऐसे दिन को कभी कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
so from 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a we are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to fill in between 1E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, you can fill it, but it gets a little hard to understand catch the midpoints when the counts are so close. And in case of this piece, in this duration, there's no need to count the E and A. We are only placing the beats on 1, 2, 3, 4, the main counts. So now I want you to hear the bass guitar. Down, ta, down, down, ta, down, down. Listen to it.
क्या करे क्या नाम ले कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
So you'll keep hearing it in the same rhythm, but then the rhythm stays same, but it changes its way it's played. So it goes down, 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 down. So usually for the usual ones, I've used this to denote it. Down, 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 ta, down, down, ta, down, down, ta, down, down. Because the down, down is so dominating, hence it's filled, the circle is filled, and ta is unfilled, it's just the outline. So it goes in the same way for a long run, and then it's like it's going down. So it's down, 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 and it's like in half the speed. It's not going down, 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 down. It's going half the speed. Down, 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 down. That's why this is an empty space. Okay. And again, it again catches back to the same way it was being played earlier, and then again it goes down, 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 down. It's like it's going down through the steps. Let's try and see it while we hear it.
कैसी उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
Again.
कैसे मेरे दिल बजाऊं अब क्या करें क्या नाम लें कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
Down, 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 down. Yes. Alright. So the last layer that we are going to hear now is we call it, so you'll hear this when you're hearing the bass guitar only, the same part, down, down, down. At the same time, you'll hear this glitchy kind of a sound, you know, very glitchy like texture it has, which is called slap pop. We call it slap pop, that technique of playing it that way. So you'll hear it at no particular counts, like you're not hearing it every time on 3 or every time on 2 like that. It is just varying from place to place, but it is falling on either 1, 2, 3 or 4, not in between. So it falls once here, once here, once here. So wherever you see this glitchy mark, that's where it's being played. So let's hear it. Let's first hear it without seeing it so that you understand which sound am I talking about.
कैसी उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
So wherever I was doing this, I was actually like hearing that sound. Let's try and see while we hear it so you understand it better with the visuals. Wow. Give me a second. Alright, let's try and hear.
कभी ना मिले कैसी उन्हें मैं पुकारूं
Okay, so that was it. If you now hear it all together, now the lyrics is also the part when he's singing, not the lyrics. Yeah, so when he's singing, that melody is again another layer which adds into the whole piece. So when you hear it together, all of these layers it's beautiful. Okay, now this is what we understood layer by layer. When you pick which layer you want to choose and how you want to make it sound, and it's not necessary that you pick only one layer at a time. You can be picking half part of one layer and some other part of some other layer and creating a different sound. So like you saw when I was showing you the visuals, how you could visualize it, the same way you can visualize it when you see a dancer dance. So not just by writing and drawing, but also translating it into the movements. And so your musicality cannot contain all of the beats of all of the layers. If you do that, your choreography becomes flat. You will have to be choosy and picky about what you want to choose and what you want to show and what you want to dominate. If you're giving all the beats, all of them at the same time, then the audience will start to lose interest. Whereas if you dominate one part of the music, it gives a different impact, which is why catching everything is good just to understand the music, but in your choreography should display a musicality. So you choose what parts you want to show in what way. For example, like visually I chose to show it like the ball is taking the steps down. Yeah, down, 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 down. So you might want to show it visually in that way. I'll be saving this live so that you understand the nuances of this, and please do hear it on eardobes or your earphones, and let me know how you felt about it in the comments. If you have any questions, I'll just quickly go through the comments and doubts if you had any, or questions if you had any. Okay, so there's lots of love that you're showering here. Thank you for that, everyone. Thank you for everyone who joined in. And I hope to see you in some of the classes, maybe, or in some workshop. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.